I'm Parrish Spisz. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Lisa Groom.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're looking forward to this parade this year and having a great time. And it looks like we're getting kicked off with the Honor Guard coming up right now.
That's right. It's the Tempe Police Honor Guard and Bagpipers.
So we've got our Fire Honor Guard and we've got our Police Honor Guard.
That's right. It's the Tempe Police Honor Guard are leading off the parade, accompanied by a bagpiper. The Police Department Honor Guard and bagpipes play in parades and ceremonies around the city. Bagpipes have historic battle uses, like the pipe and drums were used to send messages to soldiers entering battle.
They look amazing.
They do.
See some of them in their military uniforms.
And they're also followed by the Boy Scout Troop 172 carrying the parade banner. They are the Boy Scouts of America troop based out of Tempe, Arizona. Troop 172 is carrying the Veterans Day parade banner again this year.
Let's give it up for our Boy Scouts.
And here is the parade Grand Marshal, Councilmember Randy Keating.
Woo!
Hello, sir. The Honorable Randy Keating is in his third term here at the city of Tempe. You want to say this one?
And the city council members of Tempe are driving in the Van Pelt fire truck. We have Vice Mayor Doreen Garlett, Councilmember Jennifer Adams, Councilmember Detta Hodge, Councilmember Nikki Amberg, and Councilmember Arlene Chen. Look at our council. Let's give it up for our elected officials, you guys. Woo!
And
Ron Ragland, I see you over there, Ron.
The historic Van Pelt fire truck, which was used by the Tempe Fire Department years ago. And now here is the Tempe Benevolent Protective Order of Elks. There they are, the yellow Mustang.
Woo!
Car 1 is carrying the exalted ruler of the Tempe Elks, Lodge 2251, Chris Turner, and his First Lady, Tanya. Hello and welcome.
And car number 2 is a 1926 Ford T bucket roadster driven by Elks past State President Mike Weisham, representing veterans recipients of the Purple Heart. There he is, right there at the intersection. He's giving space.
A Ford T bucket roadster. And thank you for your service, Mike. Do car number 3.
Car number 3 is a 1968 Triumph Spitfire driven by Brian Borschetting, representing our POW MIAs. Thank you, Brian.
They're followed by... Oh, we got these there. Okay. Next up, we have Veterans of Foreign Wars. Members of the Veterans of Foreign War, John M. Jackson, Post 3632, and the Veterans of Foreign War Auxiliary will walk and some will ride in classic vehicles, which I think are a little bit behind you.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
There you are.
Everyone from the Jackson Post, Veterans of Foreign Wars, VFW. I know they're located throughout the metro area. Well, it's a beautiful day here. What do you think?
Absolutely.
75 degrees, maybe?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's good. It's a little warmer today
Yes.
than it has been.
Now, the parade is going south to north on Mill Avenue, and it's going to end at Tempe Town Lake. And don't forget to come down to Tempe Town Lake after the parade and see the Veterans Resource Fair.
And hot dogs.
And hot dogs.
Free hot dogs.
Of course.
Sponsored by the Elks.
Well, then sponsored by the Elks. Thank you, Elks. This is theirs.
All right, Together Pink Network. Together Pink Network was founded on the principle that no one should have to face cancer alone. They are an organization passionate about improving the lives of family members and cancer patients, especially the critically ill, through education, financial assistance, supplies, and referral services. This group of individuals provides support for breast cancer patients and their families during treatment and in recovery. They also work for public awareness of breast cancer in our community. Let's give it up for Together Pink Network. Woo! You know, breast cancer is not just a woman's issue.
That's right.
At least for every 25 women that are diagnosed with breast cancer, one man is too. So remember that. Men have to get checked out too. All right. Got a band coming up.
Here's our first band coming up. It's from Marcus Deniza. Do you recognize the tune? I think it's the Army fight song.
I was raised by a Marine.
That's right. I'm a Marine too. So.
That's right. Hoorah. But that's cool that you know that.
Yes. Well, hopefully they'll play the Marines hymn.
All right, Marcos Aniza Marching Band. The Marching Padres are a group of talented young members who wish to thank veterans for their service. Thank you, Marcos Aniza Marching Band. They look sharp.
They do look sharp. I love the plumes. Oh, there you go. Silver 5.
That's
all
right.
The Marines out there. And the Marine Corps just had his 249th birthday yesterday.
That's right. Happy birthday.
All right, here's Chief Warrant Officer retired Samuel Chavez is a 35-year veteran of the U.S. Army, and his son is a 3.5-year veteran that was a member of the 82nd Airborne at Fort Bragg. This father and son duo wanted to project to work on together, and they decided to restore a 1942 World War II Jeep GPW made by Ford to the original factory specifications. Thank you, the Chavez family. There's a Humvee, and now we have Cub Scout Pack 275. They're in a 1931 Model A.
And Humvee.
The Boy Scouts were founded in 1910.
Were you around?
Yes, I think I
remember
was.
that?
I may have been. Yes. And the Boy Scouts or the Cub Scouts are all about raising kids in the values of courage, patriotism, and character. And the Girl Scouts was 1912, just so you can say that. I looked it up. And here is Boy Scout Troop 474 is led by their Troop Color Guard. Troop 474 and the Cub Scout Pack 3788 are here with their sponsors, the Kiwanis Club of Tempe, the Key Club and Circle K Club. This group of Tempe young people and their sponsoring adults join Tempe in honoring our nation's veterans, recognizing and thanking our veteran and military families, and thanking all for their service to our country.
Yay!
Hello, Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. Next up,
Junior ROTC at South Point High School. The Junior ROTC includes approximately 100 students, and they want to thank all the veterans for their service. Let's give it up. And actually, they're following
oh, there's
behind.
the Key Club. Okay,
Yep,
so the
that's
Key Club.
Club.
Here, there is the Lon Griffith, Army veteran from 69 to 71. Lon's a great guy. He's a big member, big-time member of the Kiwanis Club in Tempe and the Key Club members from various high schools. Here they are. Here are the JROTC. Junior ROTC from South Point High School.
They're sharp. Look at them.
Marching to a cadence you often hear in the field when troops are marching up hills. Keeps the mind going. These young men and women from the high school are training with drill and other characteristics of the military. Maybe one day they'll join the military.
Next up is Hayden's Ferry Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts were founded in 1912, by the way, and this Girl Scout neighborhood represents troops from Tempe and usually includes girls who are in all levels of scouting. Hayden's Ferry neighborhood has a long, long history of participation in the Tempe Veterans Day Parade, marching through the area of Tempe, which passed the historic Tempe building, which from which they began. That's right.
All right, we'll fill it in.
Typo.
All right, here's some more Girl Scouts. Troop 3725 and 2097. The Arizona Cactus Pine Council, which is the state chapter for the Girl Scouts. I know that because Vice Mayor Doreen Garland.
And
we
they
also
have their
have a
own
city
cadence.
patch.
Yeah.
So if
that's
any Girl
cool.
Scouts out there want to learn more about the city, they can earn their city patch. with
I
the
was a Girl
Scouts.
Scout. I want a city patch.
Well, we got to look
I
that
need to do
up.
something about that, yeah.
Happy Veterans Day from the Hispanic Honor Society of Tempe High School. Recognizes honors students' achievement in their Spanish language and cultural studies. This is the Shake It Up Dance Girls.
Oh, I remember them. They have on blue this year.
Yep.
Look at how cute they are. All right. Next up is the Shake It Up Dance Team. Shake It Up Dance Team with elementary school age dance troupe that is located in Ahwatukee. The dance team performs at local parades, community events, and regional dance competitions. These dancers have been awarded numerous top honors, including most entertaining routines and overall high school placement. They are thrilled to be making their 13th appearance in the Tempe Veterans Day Parade. Shake It Up wants to thank the service of the veterans. Let's give it up for Shake It Up Dance Team. Are you shaking it up?
They're shaking it up
Shaking
out
it
there.
up. Should be here.
And now we have the Tempe Women's Club, which is an organization dedicated to volunteers of mostly women who are structured under the General Federation of Women's Clubs. They volunteer their time over Tempe and are involved in many efforts to help women, children, and the homeless population.
All right. And here's my favorite, the Tempe Police Community Outreach Office, Tempe Police Department. Woo! Let's give it up for our Tempe PD.
We have motors, and then there's
Here's
a...
our motors, and then here comes our really sharp Camaro. I'm a little biased. I work for Tempe PD, so this is my crew right here.
Yeah, no.
Proud to see you guys. You guys look great.
Do you think you can run fast and drive fast enough to outrun a Camaro?
Well, but in Tempe, you don't want to try it.
All right.
You'll get pulled over. Trust me.
We don't want to get pulled
Right.
over.
So this is the Tempe Police Motorcycle Unit. Tempe's motorcycle unit has also been a part of the Veterans Day Parade each year, and we thank them for their participation. And there's that Camaro. Look at that.
Thank you for your service to
That's
our
right.
community to
That's
keep us
right.
safe.
And some of our police officers are veterans too.
That's right.
So
There's a
they're
lot of
celebrating.
veterans in the police department and fire department.
That's right. Yep.
We just had our employee breakfast, and we had about 40 members come, and
That's
half of
cool.
them, I think, were in the police department.
See?
Yeah.
So they took off one uniform and donned another.
That's right.
they
And our
continue to
motto
serve.
for the Tempe employees who are veterans is that we continue to serve.
That's right.
So you get a harder service while you're in the military, and then afterwards you find work that you can also give back to your community, and being a police officer or firefighter is one of those noble professions.
That's right.
Oh, next up we have the shrine coming up. You know, I'm a Shriner.
Oh, you are.
Yes, yes.
And that's exciting because I've never gotten to see Parrish in his fez.
The Shriners have their mounted patrol carrying the colors of our great nation, as they do for all of their 19 to 21 parades yearly that they participate in. The mounted patrol is waiting for the news from California requiring all equine to be electric by 2029. Can you believe that? Wow. And you know, I learned something today. Hands are 4 inches, and I think those horses might be 14 hands.
Wow. They're beautiful.
22?
22.
16 hands. All right. All right. A lot of clapping going on. Okay, here we go. Next up, we have the patrol unit with their official escort and the leadership at all parades, functions, and events. They bring their carts and members to every event throughout Arizona. Oh, and then we also have the El Dulab unit with their convertibles and other vintage vehicles. We have a Thunderbird with the Corvettes. They transport the leadership in every scheduled parade from Yuma to Winslow and more here in Tempe. And here we have the El Zariba Shrine, which is a local shrine here in Phoenix area.
Woo! Look at that.
And we're seeing more of the cars, the Corvettes. And the temple's leadership is led by the 2024 president, Daryl Mandrell of Lukeville, Arizona. And besides protecting his ranch, the Lazy Fez brand, he has spent the past 4 years working towards becoming the top dog this year. Daryl has worked well with Shriners and never had a vote recount during his 5 elections, and with no financial compensation. Yeah, it's all volunteer, by the way. And the next leader, a sheep herder, Lou Miranda, has many farms around Arizona. Oh, and then we have the small car unit and clowns, the Shriner Clowns. I remember you. Happy Veterans Day.
That's right. Remember the Shriner Circus?
That's right. I used to go to it every year.
I went
Yes.
too.
Oopsie Daisy was the clown for my neighborhood back in Detroit.
Look at this.
Oh,
girl.
and then we have the greeters unit.
Shriners Greeters Unit.
I like that.
part.
I like that.
one.
Yeah. And they, you know, the Shriners actually support Shriners hospitals all across the country for children. and they don't have to pay a thing.
That's right.
So similar to St. Jude's, where kids in need can go to Shriners hospitals and get the care they need.
That's right. Let's give it up for our Shriners.
Yes.
They're amazing. They do great work in the communities.
And of course, a Shriner, you need to be a third-degree Mason, which I am a Master Mason. And there's Blue Lodges all across the state. But if you want to be one, you need to ask one.
All right. Thank you.
All
All right. Next up is James Madison Preparatory School and their drum line. James Madison Preparatory School is a 6 to 12 grade charter school that stresses the importance of education with an emphasis on history. They foster and reward strong character in their students while providing an environment where they are encouraged to think, free to learn, and expected to excel. The drum line is made up of students across different grades and degrees of musical experience and is one of the schools in the earliest traditions.
All right.
Let's give it up. There they are at the corner right there.
James Madison Preparatory School drum line.
All right. They sound great. Next up is the Tempe Exchange Club. This is the 15th year that the Tempe Exchange Club has participated in the Veterans Day Parade. Thank you for your participation, Paul Scorza, Larry Quintera.
And you know, the Exchange Club every year puts together the flags at the Remembrance Day, the 9/11 Remembrance Day.
That's right.
Healing Fields.
That's right.
Every year.
Thank you, Major David Dorian.
And he's a Tempe High School graduate. I saw him the other day. And what's his name? I can't.
Don Dickerson,
Don
E4,
Dixon. All right.
Navy, Korea. Thank you for your service.
Happy Veterans Day to all. We have a Stingray. I can't see who's
This
inside
is it.
there.
So the Hot Rods, the group of drivers in the Hot Rod organization would like to thank all the veterans for their service.
So the hot rods are coming up.
Yep. Tempe Diablos.
They got inserted last minute. So yeah, they're not in the.
Tempe Diablos.
The Exchange Club is a great organization as well. It's made up of all volunteers, and it's really about civil service, serving your community. So it's a really good organization. I know Doug Royce is a member. He's also a Marine veteran who puts on the community veterans breakfast every year. There's Colonel
Ed Harvey.
Ed Harvey, Vietnam veteran. Thank you for your service, Ed. Next up, the Tempe Diablo Charities. And this is an organization around Tempe that gets involved in many activities, including raising money for education. We know that Mayor Mark Mitchell, former Mayor Mark Mitchell, is a proud Diablo member. There's Bill Tafoya, a veteran of Vietnam. Thank you for your service.
And Dick Newhauser.
Oh, and Dick Newheisel as well. Thank you, Dick.
That's right.
Dick's a former council member as well.
Really. Next up, again, is my favorite, the Tempe Police Mounted Unit. Let's give it up. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary, and the Tempe Police Department also uses police horses and their mounted officers. Police horses receive special training and must demonstrate the ability to follow their officers' instructions in all situations. We have been honored to have mounted officers and their horses in our parade each year. Our mounted officers thank and honor the veterans and veteran families today. And if you look really closely on the front of all the horses, they have badges because they are considered officers. Let's give it up.
Well, this looks like the Hot Rod Association.
Well, I think it's out of line.
I think it was a little out of order. Here's these look like hot rods and classic vehicles coming out every year to celebrate Veterans Day and shining up those vehicles. I wish I had a car like that.
Do you really? You drive it to work every day?
I would drive it to work every day, I think, yes. Wow, look at that.
They're beautiful.
Yep.
They really are. All right, look at them. Hey, thank you guys. It is beautiful.
Many years represented in the automotive designs.
Absolutely.
57 is probably 1940s. Here's a Camaro that now you can see the Camaro looks like it used to look back in the probably a 68 Camaro, perhaps.
Kind of got that Dukes of Hazzard look.
That was a Challenger, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a Dodge Challenger.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Not a Camaro. I think there's Fords. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for being in the parade.
It's the Hot Rod organization.
That's the Hot Rod organization, as you mentioned. And they want to thank all veterans for their service as they speed their way to Tempe Town Lake for those hot dogs.
That's right.
And don't forget, there's also the Veterans Fair that's going to be up there for those veterans who might be looking for services.
It's true. And our mayor council will be up there.
That's right.
All right.
Coming up is another proud patriotic Cub Scout Pack 78 from Ahwatukee, Arizona. Thank you for coming to Tempe this morning. The Cub Scouts in Ahwatukee are grades kindergarten through 5th grade. Pack 78 established in 1989 and have been going strong ever since. They learn outdoor skills, civic responsibility, and so many great character traits. They do so many fun activities such as rocket derby, pinewood derby, camping, hiking, and other service projects.
Thank you. Oh, and look at us. We have the West Chandler Girl Scout neighborhood. The West Chandler Girl Scout neighborhood is marching with a combination of Girl Scouts and adult volunteers that are walking in uniform. They wish to express their thanks to our nation's veterans for their service.
Thank you, Troop 637.
Troop 637 is right behind them. And next up is the Tempe Union High School District Army Junior ROTC, High School Army Junior ROTC unit that is marching in uniform along with the color guard and wants to thank all the veterans for their service. Thank you, Tempe Union High School.
And next up is the East Kyrene Girl Scout neighborhood.
Woo, that's right. You gotta shout for yourself if nobody else shouts for you. The East Kyrene Girl Scout neighborhood is marching with troops that range from grades K through 12, and this neighborhood includes girls living in the South Tempe and the West Chandler area. Thank you for being out here today. See, now that's how you represent.
Good representation.
And there's scooters.
ladies.
Look at that. I think the scooters are
Yes.
cool.
Oh, and on the horizon is the Corvette Club. So I think these are still Girl Scouts.
Yep. We got lots of them. Look at that. Look at, I think the Girl Scouts I think they outrepresented the Boy Scouts this
I think
year.
so. I think they're more Girl
too.
Scouts than
That's
Boy
right.
Scouts.
That's right. It's the year of the woman, Parrish.
It is. It always is at my house.
That's right. When isn't it? I think the scooter's cool. When we were Girl Scouts, we didn't get to scoot through a parade. We walked. All right, next up is the Desert Corvette Association. The Desert Corvette Association is with the Tempe Veterans Day Parade every year and for many years. Their Corvettes are all street vehicles with a mix of classic body styles and more recent designs. Check those out.
Happy Veterans Day, everyone.
Those are nice. Look at them.
Yep, so these are the more modern Corvettes.
Must be nice to like be retired and have a Corvette. Look at this one.
Yeah. All different assorted colors.
Styles. Designs. Look at them. Indianapolis 500.
That was a
Look at this
pace car.
Yeah, look at that. It's great.
I forget what year that was. Can you say on the back?
03?
2003 was a pace
There you go.
car for
That's
the
right.
Indianapolis 500. Happy Veterans Day. Hi.
Very nice. Got
And
the
maybe some of these vehicles will be at Tempe Town Lake after the parade.
Great to see you all. Thanks for being here.
And Tempe Town Lake, by the way, is celebrating its 25th anniversary.
right.
We just had a big event last week, but if you haven't never been to Tempe Town Lake, it's really beautiful to see and really nice, especially in
It
this
is.
weather.
It is.
Have a little picnic.
And there are
hang out.
activities.
And
Different
activities,
things
that's
you
right.
can
You
do
can
up there.
paddle on the lake,
Yeah, you
little
can.
paddle
Yep,
boats.
yep. Tempe's a city with a lot to celebrate. You never know, like, any time of the year, for any reason, bam, here we are again celebrating something phenomenal.
That's right.
Phenomenal little town.
And soon after the Veterans Day is going to be the light parade
That's right.
which is also on Mill
That's a
Avenue.
boat parade, right?
Well, the boat parade's
that's
also a
December.
boat parade's on Tempe Town Lake, but the Downtown Tempe Authority, which also contributes to this parade, will be producing the Festival of Lights Parade here down the mill with the tree lighting ceremony. And the boat parade comes up in December. So the light parade itself is the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay, boat parade's like the first week of December.
That's
first
right.
Saturday,
I think you're right.
And next up?
Next up are the Boy Scout Cub Scout Pack 555 and Boy Scout Troop 565. Cub Scout Pack 555 and Boy Scout Troop 565 were chartered by St. Timothy Catholic Church in Mesa. Cub Scout Pack 555 was first chartered in 1983 and Boy Scout Troop 565 began in 1991. Over the years, 65 Scouts have earned the rank of Eagle Scout, and they have continued to lead by example and live by the Scout Oath and Law. Wow, congratulations, gents. Next up is Jerry Brock Auto Wreckers tow truck. Jerry Brock is a longtime Tempe resident and philanthropist here in the city, and today he brings his vintage tow truck. It's a good shape. It's a good. You can do this one.
Yep.
Thank you, Jerry Brock, for all you do for our community. Happy Veterans Day.
And check out Tempe SWAT. Again, Tempe PD. Our new SWAT vehicle. Thank you, Tempe SWAT. It's a good looking vehicle. And right behind Tempe SWAT is Tempe Fire Medical Rescue. I think that's the new one. Ladder 276, we got a new one this year. I got to play in that. I think that's the brand new one, right? Is that the new one? Yep, see? Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
It was right.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it does. Nice. Thank you guys. Thank you for your service too. We appreciate you.
How do you get that through a car wash?
I don't know who washes things.
I'll read this.
It's done.
All right, next up, we're gonna thank you to all our public safety professionals and the police and fire department. And next up, we have the parade chairman and volunteers. I know there's Patricia and Brittany out there somewhere. Thank you for all that you do every year for this parade. And we also have our parade chairman, Jim Groom, who's coordinated the parade for the past 45 years. And he himself is a Vietnam Army veteran. And from all the parade staff, volunteers, thank you to the veterans who have joined to help ensure the safety of our great country. Hi, Jim. Thank you for your service. And thank you for putting on the parade for the past 45 years. Now, the parade will continue on up to Tempe Town Lake, where there's a Veterans Resource Fair. So if you're a veteran or know a veteran and you want to know maybe some services they might be interested in needing, please go check it out. And I want to thank Lisa Groom.
Thank you, Parrish. It's always an honor to be here, do anything for the city of Tempe, and it's always fun to work with you. I've always enjoyed it.
I love working with you too. And thanks everyone for coming out and enjoying the 77th annual Tempe Veterans Day Parade.
Enjoy the rest of your day.